Alright, this is the next part of my series on Christian unity. In this part, I will be discussing the intercession of saints. Now, many Protestants can refer to this and think it's some sort of worship, even though, as I explained in my previous video, we have to be clear of what worship is and what the idea is. But first of all, the first thing I should show you is that in our last video, or actually 2 videos ago, we saw that Augustine was a defender of the use of icons. And we also saw that Martin Luther believed that Augustine was one of the greatest Christian teachers. In fact, we can also see in that same work that Augustine again agrees that the Christian martyrs have the assistance of their prayers. And we can see that Augustine, again, is declared by Luther to be the greatest Christian teacher. Now, according to Augustine's defense, the reason this has happened is because it's done in a similar manner to the way that we ask for the assistance of righteous people on earth. But the saints have already gone through their tribulation, and thus they're in a better position to help the righteous people. And I think this is a very good analogy, for this, is that we can, if you look at a Protestant church, Protestant churches have what's known as prayer request, where, you have prayer requests come in and a group of people pray on it. But I think that something works even more well is that I know that a lot of Protestant churches have what's known as the pastoral prayer, which is to say that the pastor will get up and ask a series of questions over who wants to be prayed on behalf of sickness, who has family troubles, who has a number of different issues, and ask people to raise their hand or to stand up based on their afflictions. As such, the pastor will pray on behalf of those people who stand up or raise their hand. And this is a way that pastors can pray on behalf of large groups of people. I mean, this kind of thing could happen even in a very large church, meaning that you could have potentially thousands of people within a single church, and this kind of thing could still go on. And this is a way I can explain that you can have just a earthly preacher very quickly praying on behalf of a very large group of people who are asking, essentially, for his intercession. And if I can imagine an earthly pastor doing this, using just physical means in order to pray on behalf of very large groups of people, then I don't see why the saints would have any trouble praying on behalf of people, given the help of God. Now, of course, this is not an argument to say that definitely happens. This is just to say that the idea of the saints interceding is not an idea which is contrary to monotheism, nor is it contrary to Christianity. So, and I think that's very important. So when we approach Catholics, we need to know what it is they actually believe, and we need to be able to show that their beliefs are not necessarily contrary to what we would view as to Christianity. And that's, by the way, why I made all those videos on what Christians believe, to show that the core beliefs of Christians, what the core beliefs of Christians are, and we can use it as sort of a litmus test to see who are Christians and who are not. And I do believe that both Protestants and Orthodox and Catholics fit into that definition of Christianity, but I do not believe, on the other hand, that Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons do. But I think it is important that we know who does and who doesn't. And so I thank you for watching, and God bless.